Sligo River Blues by John Fahey. I first heard this song actually pretty recently. One of my private students came to me and asked me to teach it to him. And I kind of fell in love with this song. It's, I think, an amazing little musical riddle that Fahey created, and it's deceptively simple. I mean, it's all C, F, C, F, C, G, F, C. That's the song in a nutshell. But it has this repeated motif. Throughout the kind of, I would call B part, and during the A part. All this kind of, it just seems like a big riddle to me. So I'm going to take you through the A part and the B part. It's pretty simple once you get it. And you're just doing A, then A with a high G, then B with a high G, and then A again, and then it ends on B. Difficult part also is the transitions. So I'm kind of going to breeze through this stuff pretty quickly. If you're interested, there's a tablature that I wrote. I took this off of the original recording for Sligo River Blues. You can find it on Spotify and probably on YouTube too. But this is a painstakingly difficult song. This is a hard song. I got my finger picks on. You can do it with or without finger picks. I tend to like the clarity that the finger picks offer. And I think that's what Fahey probably did as well. I've never seen him perform this song, so don't necessarily know what he did. But I think it's fair to say he may have used picks, so I'm going to use picks as well. Okay, so the A part. Oh, before we do this, please like and subscribe. I love making these videos. I'd love to make these videos on a very regular basis. I'm trying to get to that magic 1,000 subscriber mark, and to try to monetize this stuff so I can make these tutorials more and more and more. I've been doing a bunch of banjo stuff. I've been doing some Irish style guitar stuff, and now I'm kind of going into the finger style. In this case, John Fahey is American. So this is kind of the what they call the American primitive guitar style, whereas primitive may seem like it's simple, but this is far from simple. It might sound simple, but this is a very, very difficult song. It took me 2 days and probably about 18 takes to get this perfect, to get that performance I just did perfect all the way through. So I'm going to breeze through this a little bit because it is a lot to tackle. If you want more descriptive stuff, I do private Zoom lessons, but I'm kind of going to breeze through it, play it slowly, play it even slower, and then go through the parts. The A part is kind of a little bit, as I said, of the riddle. And it starts with a C, but a C major 7 chord. So I'm getting my normal C in my left hand, and I got my thumb in this fingerstyle music. The thumb's never going to stop moving. The first little bit. And then the transition. All these little transitions are very specific and just kind of like another part. So that A part again, I'll do a little bit slower. There is a tab. If you look in the description below. it's a lot of kind of pinches and then some notes in between the bass. What you can do, and what I would recommend, aside from getting the tab, you can slow down this video in the bottom right of the screen. You can press that little gear and you can slow it down and watch my hands exactly what they're doing. Because describing it with string numbers and all that stuff just seems like a kind of inefficient way to do it. So that's the A part. Now, the A part with the high G, from that transition, starts here. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm playing the same thing that I played for the rest of the A part. So this song is very repetitive. However, in that repetition, there's the subtle variation which is happening all the time, which is just the riddle that you kind of have to wrap your head around. So the A part with the high G, coming from the transition again, and so all I'm doing is adding that high G on the top. Now the next transition to the B part comes here, right there, and then it goes into kind of like this, like the bird in flight part of the song, I like to call it, with this very repetitive. But again, it's all over this C. C chord, F chord, C chord, F chord, C, G, F, C. Goes like this. Again, there's a tab for all this. What's interesting about this is that it's this amazing polyrhythm. So with my treble strings, I'm just going B, C, E, B, C, E, B, C, E, B, C, E, B, C, E. You could probably do that pretty easily. Now, adding that with the thumb, this steady bass movement. Now playing it. Initially, it's going to feel like you want your thumb and your fingers to pinch together, but you'll if you look at the tab and you take it piece by piece from the tab, you'll be able to really decipher this part of the song, because that polyrhythm, it's going to feel weird until it doesn't feel weird anymore. And that same thing goes with each of the chords. So C, it happens twice. Then it goes to F. Back to C. Back to F. Back to C. Same melody, F, back to G. Then all he does is add his pinky. And he does that same thing over again with that pinky on top. So through that cycle of C, F, C, F, C, G, F, C, he then goes back to the A part. Again, this is all in a tab. Back to the F, back to the C, G, F, C. The ending of the song goes through another B part. Just like that, CF, CF, C, GF. But on that last F, when he's doing this, so coming from the G, this is the last G of the song, to that F chord, he does that phrase as we've already done it, and then the next downbeat, the next one, he goes like this. And here's the very end. He plays a C7 chord on the performance you just saw me do. I didn't do a C7 partly because it just sounds really abrupt, and I like the big C major chord to really round it out. He chose C7, which is fine. It just kind of adds to the kind of mystique of this song, and I think the mystique of Fahey in general, that he's kind of his own musician. He chooses what he wants to do. To write this polyrhythmic song seems very, for lack of a better word, it's very interesting. It's very beautiful. It has this nostalgia. It carries kind of this timelessness that I think pervades a lot of Fahey's songs. So I know I went through this really ripping fast, partly because it's a really hard song to teach. It kind of needs to be one-on-one or through the tablature. And I'm going to be doing some more Fahey tunes. If you're digging on Fahey, like I'm digging on Fahey right now, send me a tune you want me to learn and I'll make a little tutorial for it. Otherwise, like and subscribe for any new content that I'll be producing. And if you want the tab again, it's an easy donation. Look at links in the description below. It takes you through all the parts, all the transitions, all the way to the very end. It basically gives you the whole form of the song, that tab. What else? Yeah, if you have a song you want me to learn, let me know in the comments below. And happy picking. It's about 115 degrees here in Ashland today, and that's really hot. So I'm staying hydrated. I hope y'all are staying hydrated too. I will see you soon.